Andrew's Doers, Andrew Knows Everything, proudly presents Squarerooterella. It is based on the story of Cinderella. Once upon a time, there was a young girl named Squarerooterella. Squarerooterella had 10 ugly, mean stepsisters named Selena, Queena, Uniqua, Anna, Rena, Elena, Rhonda, and the twins, Ophelia and Olivia and Tina. All 10 make Squarerooterella do all the chores by saying, "Sweep the floors, wash the dishes, do it all." One day, the king of Squareville's messenger said, hear ye, the king of Squareville is going to throw a ball, and whoever has the most beautiful gown and crown shall marry his son, Prince Squarey." But unfortunately, Squarerooterella is not welcome. Her stepsisters are. Selena said, "He's going to marry me." Queena said, "No way, Selena is going to marry me." The rest of the stepsisters say all together, "No, he's going to marry me." Later, Squarerooterella is crying so hard and very sad while her fairy godmother asks what's wrong by saying, "Why are you crying, Squarerooterella?" Squarerooterella responds, "I wanted to go to the ball and marry Prince Squarey." Squarerooterella fairy godmother said, "I can help with a bit of square magic." Squarerooterella fairy godmother chants the magic words and waves her magic wand. The magic words are Miffy, Maffy, Moffy, Moo. And now Squarerooterella are all done. But her fairy godmother is not done yet. She said, "Squarerooterella, go fetch me a pumpkin." Luckily, the Squarerooterella has 4 pumpkins. Squarerooterella fairy godmother chants the magic words Miffy, Maffy, Moffy, Moo. And waves her magic wand again to turn the 4 pumpkins into a hand drawn by 16 square strong horses, and then Squarerooter's rich dress into a gown and crown. Squarerooter said, "I've never seen such a squarific gown, and get a load of my glass square slippers." Squarerooter's fairy godmother said, "Have fun, Squarerooter, but I would warn you. Return home before Squarerooter 144 o'clock, or the spell will be broken and everything will change back to the way it was before." Squarerooter accepted the warning. Meanwhile, at the ball, Prince Squarey was wondering who he should marry. And then Selena and Tina say all together, "He's walking towards me." But he's not. He's walking towards Squarerooterella. Squarerooterella and Prince Squarey dance happily together. But later, Squarerooterella realizes it's almost Squarerooter 144 o'clock. So she scurried out of the ball, and she was running so fast that she lost both her 2 sapphire square slippers. Prince Squarey was so worried, afraid that he might never see Squarerooterella again. So he traveled all around Squareville to find her, and brought the 2 tiny sapphire square slippers with him. By the time he arrived, he knocked on the door of the house where Squarerooterella and her 10 stepsisters lived, but instead of Squarerooterella, he finds her 10 mean stepsisters and says, "Ladies, I have a favor to ask. Can any of you try on this glass slipper?" Selena is first, but her foot is too big. And Queena is next, but her foot is too small, and the rest did the same, but none of their feet are the right size. Suddenly, Prince Squarey noticed Squirrel Sweet singing. Squarerooterella exclaimed, "Prince Squarey, is that you?" Prince Squarey said, "Of course it's me. You are the beautiful woman from my father's ball. I love you. Will you marry me?" And he then doesn't have to put the two separate square slippers back on her feet because they're so uncomfortable. Squarerooterella then gets so excited because she's happy to have Prince Squarey back. They then lived happily ever after. The end. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and buy our merchandise on our website, Andrew's Doers. And take care. Bye. And now, Andrew Does Everything proudly presents Squarerooterella 2. Squared Wishes Come True. A sequel to Squarerooterella based on the story of Cinderella. With a plot twist. Let's tell the story, shall we? Once upon two times, Squarerooterella and Prince Squarey were happily married. Squareroot of 81 months later, they had a baby girl named Quadra. Her grandfather, also known as Prince Squarey's father, the king of Squareville, gives her to celebrate her birth a magical necklace, but he only remembers one thing the necklace can do: make a wish and rub the jewel on it to make it come true. Meanwhile, Selena, Queena, Uniqua, Anna, Rena, Elena, Rana, the twins Ophelia and Olivia, and Tina are extremely jealous about Prince Squarey falling in true love with Squarerooterella. "No fair! I thought Prince Squarey was falling in love with me," said Selena, the oldest stepsister. "Well, Selena's sister, I thought Prince Squarey was falling in love with me," said Queena, to which the rest agreed. Suddenly, Tina, Squarerooteralla's youngest stepsister, falls in love with a young baker man and says, "Oh my, what's your name? You look adorable." In which the baker says, "Thank you, and I'm Tyrone. You must be Tina Romaine." Selena, Queena, Uniqua, Anna, Rena, Elena, Rhonda, the twins Ophelia and Olivia do not approve, though. Tina then realizes how ugly, mean, and wicked she was being to Squarerooterella. And so, she scurried out of to Squarerooterella and Prince Squarey, and she ran so fast that she lost both her shoes, just like Squarerooterella before. The next day, Tyrone traveled all around the Squareville to find Tina, who captured his heart. About the two tiny shoes she lost with them. Tina, by the time she arrives, she said, "I'm sorry, Squareroot wench. I mean, Squarerooterella. I was being ugly, mean, and wicked. I guess I discovered the hard way." In which Squarerooterella and Prince Squarey forgive Tina. "Excuse me, Tina Romaine, are these your shoes? I was wondering where they came from," said Tyrone. Later, Tina, who is now a good stepsister, Tyrone, Squarerooterella, and Prince Squarey and Quadra lived happily ever after. The end. I hope you enjoyed this story for the 12 of minus 7 equals square root of 25 a day special. I sure hope so. I thought so. And don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and everything, and buy our merchandise and editorseverything.com. I've also been admitting on making the Squarerooterella based on Cinderella sequels, a bit of tradition. So if you want to see maybe someday Squarerooterella 3, Squared Imagination Under the Sea, something like that, tell your friends about it. Take care! Bye!